What's up, you guys? We are back! My Lord, we are back!
Yes.
I mean, May said welcome. Okay. We are only a couple seconds in, please.
We were going
no, guys, we were going for a minute. We were going for a minute.
Back with the jump off.
Listen, somebody play Little Kim. My God. No, this is so exciting, guys. Welcome back to I'm Not in the Mood podcast, episode 10. You haven't seen us for a while. Listen, there's been a lot going on.
My Lord.
My Lord, has been a lot, but we are back and we're ready to talk to you guys. We have a lot of great topics like today. It's going to be, listen, I feel like we have like the hot tea like Wendy. You know, we have the honey and the lemon.
All
you
right.
know, okay, listen. And oh, can't forget the hall. Okay, you can't not forget the hall.
You need a hall.
You got to drop the hall in. But how are you? How is everything?
Woo.
It's been a long time coming.
A change ain't came yet, though.
Okay.
I don't know. Shout out to Sam.
Yeah, shout out to Sam. But how are you? How's everything?
I mean, are you asking me like scale of 1 to 10?
No. Just in general.
Oh,
like
just in general?
how are you? Listen, I feel like during the Clark Cole, I'm still
Wait,
here.
why was I just watching that video?
Fantastic video.
Just watching that video.
Fantastic video. Like literally.
At work. At work.
I listen. I mean, even for me, when people ask me how am I doing, I'm just like, you know, I'm exhausted, but excited. That's like my new thing. Tamar J said that to me, and she was just like, you know, it's okay to be exhausted, but just tie it with something else. Like, you don't want it to stop there, where it's just like, I'm exhausted, but like, tie in something good to go with it. Like, I'm exhausted, but, you know, I'm excited about life, I would say, or, you know, I'm excited to still be here, you know?
I mean, like, in full transparency, the buck stops at exhausted.
Okay.
Just being honest. I'm just going to be honest. The buck stopped. And
like, it didn't go further.
It didn't pass go. There was no money collected.
No.
Nope.
We're literally at Boardwalk at Park Place. Just wait.
I feel like I'm actually in jail waiting to roll doubles. That's the feeling that I have.
Okay,
Don't
because listen. Well, you know, let's get right into it for our mental health check. You know, if you're new here, if this is your first time here, what we do each and every time is, you know, as best friends, sometimes we can kind of get lost in the sauce with our life and things like that. So we always try to make sure we keep mental health at the forefront of our podcast and really check in on each other. So, Peterson, on a scale from 1 to 10, mentally, how are you? 1 being, you know, yikes. And then, you know, and 10 being like, I am giddy as possible. What were you?
Man. I'm teetering between a 0 and a 1.
Oh, no.
Teetering, like right there is very
Tell me what's going on. What's
There's
wrong?
so much going on. Life is like really life, and life is like really, really, really insane. And I hate that for me to capacity, because like I don't have the energy to deal with this. So like get better, like do better, life.
Life whenever you're ready. I mean, like, it literally has to happen.
Just like dealing with like the loss of my son's dad.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Definitely sorry to Tyson and Nicole. I know that was just like really hard.
Being the support for that when you're like kind of carrying your own stuff is just like,
wow.
You know, it's like the post that you see on social media where it's like, I can handle the trials.
Right.
But these
those tribulations,
like, come on.
Okay.
Dude, something has to come up off
the
plate.
No, something has to. Like, something has to come
something
off.
has to break. So,
Kira Sheeran, how are you? How's Tasha?
I mean, but I'm still pushing through. Like, I'm not going to, as much as I may want to sometimes be like, I don't want to deal with this. I still do. Like, I still, you know, show up as best as I can. My best doesn't look the same every day, but I give myself grace in that too. So we still here.
Yeah.
You know, like Tisha Campbell.
Okay. I'm still here. Tish, how are you? Oh my God.
Let's scale of 1 to 10. How are you?
How am I? All right, I'm actually going to be totally honest. I'm really not as high as I usually am. Usually, I'm really at like a 9 or like a 9.5 or something like that. I'm at a good 6, 7.
Well, praise the Lord.
I'm at a good 6 or 7. I really think that like I'm really being really hard on myself. And I don't know how to be lenient or show myself grace. So like I'm literally like I don't know. I feel like sometimes my back is up against the wall about a lot of stuff. I feel like I'm not where I want to be. Mentally for sure. I feel like I'm really like on autopilot right now. And to be honest, I don't even know what that even means or what that even looks like. And that's a little scary for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes when like I like go home and things like that, like sometimes I wrestle with like I understand my purpose, I understand what I'm supposed to be doing. I just don't know when it's actually going to hit. So like sometimes I'm like, I could be really hard on myself where I'm just like, you could be doing better, you could be doing this, you could be doing that, you could be doing that. But then I had to really sit with myself to say like, you're already doing a lot. And I don't even know how to like, even stop myself. And even when I feel like I'm at 100 and I'm doing a lot for myself, I feel like I'm still showing up short for myself. Does that make sense a little bit?
It does.
And it becomes tiring a little bit. But all in all, I mean, there are a lot of great things that's happened in my life. I would never discredit, try to let the bad outweigh the good, even though sometimes I feel like mentally it is. But I am still excited about, that's why like the 6 really comes in at, where it's just like there are a lot of great things that are definitely happening in my life. But sometimes that 4 can really become really strong and be like, you're not doing all that you really can do. I feel like you can do more, you could do more. But I'm really trying to sit in the fact that like I'm here and I'm making it happen with whatever it looks like and whatever that I have. I know that sounds crazy, doesn't it?
No. My question to you is, can you do more, or do you just feel like you should be doing more?
I feel like it's 50-50. Like, I do feel like I can physically do more. Like, sometimes, I'll take like a mental day and I won't do anything. And then like, I'll feel bad. I'll be like, dang, I just wasted 24 hours of like doing anything. But I did need those 24 hours to recuperate and to really like reset my mind and reset my body too. But then there are times I'm just like sitting at home or, knowing that I should be outside doing something, taping something, doing something content. And I'm really starting to see that, like, even though, listen, shout out to Mel, all things content, but then sometimes that could be so consuming where it's just like you're trying to tape, when like at the end of the day, you have to really take care of your mind. Like you really do. So I do feel like I can do more. Then there are times it's just like, you really do need to chill, Theo. Like you sincerely really do.
I think that kind of that comes from, I'm not even just going to say hustle culture, because I think it's in like Black culture as well, where we don't view rest as something. Ooh. We view rest as nothing. So when you are sitting and you're actually resting your body, you feel like you're not doing anything, but you are.
But I am,
because you're resting. Like even people that bodybuild have to rest, or else their muscles won't grow.
That's so good.
It's necessary. So it's not nothing. And it took me a long time to realize that rest wasn't me not doing anything. It's me doing something. And that made it feel less like I was being unproductive.
That's really good. You better preach, okay? Listen, we better have a word. Oh my God, I'm only 10 minutes in. My God. Well, we do have to get into some of these hot topics, okay, guys? There's a lot going on in this world. Actually, probably too much going on. But a little good thing is that, the weather is changing.
Sweater
It's
weather.
not, okay, sweater weather, my God.
Okay, because the best time to wear a striped sweater.
Okay.
It's all the time.
Okay.
Shout out to SpongeBob.
First of all, this is really my time of the year where Scully time comes back. I'm so excited. I get to show my hairline and that's it. People think that I'm bald up top, but I'm really not. It's a great time of the year. It really is.
Fall. It's my favorite.
What is your favorite season?
Fall. It's my favorite
fall
time.
Is yours? Yeah.
If I could live somewhere where it was like fall all year round, I would.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
No questions
asked. Fall or spring? I like.
I can do without spring.
You really could?
I could.
Okay.
But I have allergies. So like all the blooming flowers and
okay.
I don't have time for that.
We don't like the April showers that bring May flowers. We just
I love me a little fall, a little hoodie.
Okay,
a
me
little
too.
Sweater, a little cardigan. We love
We love a cardigan. We love a cardigan. My God.
Cute little boots.
Okay.
I
love wearing my Timbs.
I think the reason why I like fall so much is because of just like fall fashion, because I feel like you can not do as much and still be really cute.
Yeah.
And I cannot stand being hot at all.
I can't.
I can't.
Once I really can't do it.
Above 80, I have an attitude.
No,
so,
the moment a bullet runs down my head, that's it. I have an instant attitude.
My air is still on in my house. I can't do it. So
my air is still running.
Yeah.
Still.
So for me,
with the fan up top, my God,
so
little razzle dazzle.
50 to 70 is my perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's me too. Definitely. But to be honest, the AC is always going to be in the window all year round. Okay, because you never know when this weather will switch up, and I'm not in the mood. Because God, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what He's doing. Some days it's 65, next day it's 81. What are we doing? I would love consistency.
Really? Am I putting the summer clothes away or not?
Are we doing?
What's
I have
happening?
the box with the weather on the side.
I'm ready to go.
Like summer box, I'm ready to throw them things away.
Yeah.
Like all the shorts and everything. Even though, we went to Mexico, that was a great time. And it was hot there. I was very excited every time we got into AC. I was just like, well, praise the Lord, because we love a nice little airflow. My God. I love a nice little airflow. So let's get right into the hot topic. So, recently, Isaac Curry had on, no, please, y'all. Recently, Isaac Curry on the Isaac Curry show, he just ended his first season, and on one of his episodes, he had a guy named that little side eye was really crazy. Norman from Maverick City was on, and he was discussing the business of, the gospel world and discussing some crazy topics and things like that. And one of the main topics that he was talking about is gospel music dead? And he was comparing CCM music to the gospel music and saying that CCM is the new way of doing things. And it's pretty much if you don't know what CCM is, contemporary Christian music. And it's pretty much like Hillsong, praise and worship, and things like that. So, if you're not love Hillsong, okay? Hillsong is really listen, because I love shout to the Lord, all the earth let us sing. God. Oh my God, listen, how great is our God? My God, listen,
that is a throwback.
No, but he said that that is the new route of music. So pretty much anything traditional like that is just dead. He said people need to stop singing hard. People need to stop doing runs and things like that. So. How do you feel about what he said? Do you think gospel music is dead?
No.
Okay.
No. You're not. CCM is gospel music. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I feel like gospel
it's under the umbrella.
Yeah, gospel has many different breakdowns under it, no different than jazz, no different than R&B, no different than pop or rock. There's different types. So CCM is a type of gospel. It's not dead.
Right.
Some people still really enjoy the throwback hymns with the choir.
I love a hymn.
Choir.
I love a choir. I love a good choir.
Hymnal books.
Okay, and the pews.
Yeah.
My God, yeah.
So, no, I don't think it's dead.
Did you think it was crazy for him to...
He really pissed me off.
No, he really made me mad in so many different ways. It's because I believe that for me, I feel like he was very cocky. And then sometimes when he kept saying, y'all, please don't piss me off, because I'm really not in the mood. When he said, God told me this, so he never told you that.
Never.
He never said anything like that. And I really wanted Isaac to really stand up for gospel music. But he never did. And I love me some Isaac. And I
it's one thing about being honest and being transparent,
Mm-hmm.
and I get that, but I feel like he was disrespectful. At least I took it as disrespect. Like when he was talking about how he came to be involved with Maverick City, and he was like, you know, like these was just some chumps.
Who's the chumps?
And then no, what really got me...
Actually, I said name them.
What really got me was don't play with Chandler.
No, please don't.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
So I'm like, because you got my background singer, first of all.
First of all, I heard some crazy things about Chandler, but we'll get into that later.
Different topic.
Different topic for a
different topic.
Different day.
Don't do that. Because when that mic turns on.
Oh my God. Talk about anointing. That boy really sings down.
It really does. So
Chandler
like,
really sings down.
Like, don't do
I'm not
that.
gonna lie, Naomi too. I think that Naomi has like a certain type of voice where it's like it's very pure, and like she doesn't have to do all the run stuff like that. But I know that her heart is definitely into it.
She reminds me of a Cece.
Yeah,
somebody
for sure.
Who doesn't have to do all of the extra.
But that anointing is strong.
Yeah.
But that anointing is there for sure.
So I don't know what Norman was talking about.
I also like another thing too. Like I think that some people, and this is no shade to any podcast out there. There's no shade to anybody or anything. I think that now that we're in a podcast era, some of these people that get a microphone, they don't know how to actually host. Like some people don't know how to actually hold a conversation. Because, you know, we've been doing this for like some time. Not saying that we are the best. not saying that we are the best at what we do. But when we sit down, or even with other podcasts, people know how to navigate a conversation, because the way that Isaac just agreed to all that stuff was really crazy to me.
As though you're not a gospel artist. That's what threw me.
As if you haven't sung something behind those people. This is what really pissed me off. When he had the gall to say that Kirk, Maverick City and Kirk worked together because Kirk needed his street cred back and Maverick City gave that back to him. Sir, you have to go to hell now. And then Isaac was like, yeah, you're right. You sang behind him for a decade. What are you talking about?
Kirk never was out the streets.
Never was out the streets.
Talking about?
Because Kirk has been doing this for a while. Never. Like and even when he wasn't selling, Kirk was still doing well.
And to be honest, if you want to talk about who put him back in the quote unquote limelight, it was when Tamala came back out.
Thank you.
Not Maverick.
Okay, because it wasn't, because when he wrote that hit "Take Me to the King," that's when, and then come to find out that was like his first song that he actually had. He owns the rights to, like the copyrights and everything. So like that's when he definitely came back. But like for you to really say that, like, and to be honest, no shade to that CD.
Because I love them.
Love Mav. Hey Mav. Even the new people love y'all too. But like for him to say something like that, and no lie, y'all, Kirk, I love you. Maverick, I love you. The album they put out was mid. Very much so mid. And I am not even trying to be shady. But like for you to say that album was, and then he said another reason why was because the reason that they worked together was because Kirk got them their first Grammys. Okay, let's start with that first. Don't say that we tried to get Kirk's street cred back or something like that.
Got
them the Grammys. Y'all know how to piss us off real bad, and I really don't like that. We are just really not in the mood because y'all really make me mad. But the next one for sure, the next one is Zaka. When Leandra Johnson and Candy's interview, when they were on Speak on it, what did you think about it?
I loved it, and I have to be honest, I'm not like the hugest Candy fan.
I know.
But I really, really, really loved the interview. I loved it was so authentic. I love that Kendi was like holding Leandria accountable, but like really with love.
Yeah.
Because even some of the things when Lee was like, so like, yeah, like I was drinking every day and like I know I shouldn't have, and Kendi was like, okay, so why'd you do it?
Okay.
Like just straight up. Like, okay, so why'd you do it?
She was like, so how many times a week do you do this?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I did. I love the transparency behind it all. I ain't gonna lie, I screamed when Leandria doubled down on F the church.
That girl loves that curse word. Loves it down. I do appreciate her transparency. How did you feel about when Candy started like breaking down and crying for Leandria, when she was just like, I want to help you. Like, I really do want the best for you, but like, you got to want it for yourself. Because I'm not gonna lie, that part I cried. I definitely cried
too, because I've been in that situation, and so I understand where Candy was coming from, and she's absolutely correct. When you're dealing with somebody who has, especially like some type of substance issue, you do kind of go out of your way to protect them, and it's not fair, and it's exhausting, and it just I appreciated that she helped kind of Leandria see like the people that you should be around and the people that you shouldn't be around, because she was able to recognize like, okay, when I'm around these people, I drink a lot, and then like this happens. When I'm around these people, that stuff doesn't happen because they reel it back in. Right. But I loved it.
Do you think that Leandria is blackballed in the Christian world?
Yes, and that bothers me. That bothers me a lot. And so I understand why she said what she said. I think that there is this expectation for gospel artists to have a perfect image.
I'm so glad you went into that.
And I think that what the industry as a whole doesn't realize is that you would probably save more souls and bring more people to Christ if you allow people to be authentic. Like if y'all by the industry had rallied around her and poured into her and lifted her up and let the world see that, you would have shown a different side of the church. But instead, y'all shunned her because she wasn't acting the way y'all wanted her to act. But she needed help, and she needed love, and she needed support, and y'all didn't give her that. But y'all want people to think that Christians are going to do that for them, but when y'all have the opportunity to show that and show that publicly, y'all don't. Because I was very surprised when she said that only from the gospel world, that she named more people from the like R&B side, the urban side, more than the Christian world. Because I'm just like, that's the community that really should be holding her up. Like y'all got Beyonce reaching out to her, which I thought that was like really fantastic. I was actually very shocked. She said Jamie
Foxx. I forgot some other names that she said. She said even Money Long. I thought that was like really cool that she said Money Long would write for her, or and to kind of help her out. But for Donna Lawrence to be the only person, when like you came out of a camp of Sunday Best, Kirk Franklin, I'm not going to put y'all, but Kirk Franklin, Kim Burrell, the Marys, Yolanda Adams, Donnie, like all y'all that were on there, even the background singers, because all of them were pretty much pretty famous, because Ice Curry was on the show singing background for her at that time too. So like, and even for Isaac Curry, Leandria was on Isaac Curry's show, and she didn't name you. Now I'm starting to think that like, did you have her on for clout, or did you have her on for actual real conversation to help her? Because I believe that every platform that Leandria has been on, Candy has been the only person to me that has been very authentic and wanted to actually help her. And I love how Candy really challenged her. And even when she even asked her like, do you love me? Do you love me? And she was like, I love you, but like, I want to work with you if you're going to listen to me. Because she even said when she worked with Matthew Knowles, that Matthew Knowles, she was just like, you're not my daddy. But like now she sees that now that like he really wanted like the best for her. And I think there's a great segue into the next one when she brought up Marvin Winans. But listen, I love a Winan. I love him. And
I was trying to figure out which one. I said, was it BB or Marvin? No. I knew it was one of them. No.
It was definitely Marvin. Because when it came out, her apology, she apologized to Marvin Winans and his church when she made that thing where she went off on social media that time. But
I wouldn't have, but that's just
I thought that was crazy that like he actually told her that you're not a great representation of the body of Christ. And I'm just like, okay, so who are you? That's the number one. Like, and I understand you're a pastor. I understand you want to hold people accountable, but there's a way of doing things. Like, we had to do things out of love.
That's your first time meeting her.
And she was very excited to meet you. You were just like, you're a bad representation of
can of paint. She don't know you.
No.
She's excited to meet you.
No.
And that was what you wanted to say to her in that moment.
The first
and she
thing.
was supposed to do what with that?
Right.
Like, want to be better?
No. Right, because now it's just like, where do we kind of go from here? And for the next topic, when Marvin Winans said that, and I would love to get your thoughts on this, when he said that anybody that's a part of a fraternity or part of a sorority, that they are going to hell. He said if you pledge that and you're a Christian, you are going to hell. How do you feel about those comments that he said in the pulpit?
Marvin, what? It's people in the pulpit going to hell. What are we talking about? What are we talking about here?
This is a word. No, because seriously. And then I think also not one church is perfect, right? So like, even people that's on the pulpit with you, some of them going there too.
Y'all going together.
But not going together. But you literally think,
section.
Okay, hand in hand, literally walking side by side, because like, you think that just because these people have on a nice suit, these people present that they're given a great, I guess, image of God, that like they're going to heaven. There are people who are literally in the church preaching right now that have gasoline draws on right now. But people see the glitz and the glamour of the church, and they got a big church and things like that. So when he said that, I was just like, Marvin, you really have to be kidding me. Like, they
like, for what reason?
Well, they always try to pull out the Bible verse. What is it? 2 Corinthians 6:14, where they say to not be equally yoked with non-believers. But like, there are believers in like the fraternities and the sororities, and they also believe that like, when you pledge, that you're putting that God before the Almighty God. So
but who said that?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, where are we getting this from? Just because I pledge something doesn't mean that I didn't forget who my creator is. That means I still can't lift my hands. I mean, I still can't worship.
It's an organization at the end of the day.
Right. No, seriously, because half of y'all on these board meetings with y'all kids, stuff like that, do you guys say that, we hold the school at a higher thing than the actual church?
Okay,
no, we don't say
PTA
that.
Is going to hell
Now every teacher is going.
Association.
No, little HOA. Now that I'm on the board, now that I'm part of the organization, I'm worshiping that more than anything. I just thought that was just like a ridiculous thing, and the fact that people were rooting it on. Irked me even more. And you know how much we love Lexi Allen. And when she made a comment about it, when she seen the video, she was just like, Pastor, like, please, like, Bishop, like, please, like, we really have
to talk about. Like, what are you talking about? Just say that you didn't make the line and move on. Like, just say that.
Say that they didn't pick you.
That you did not make the line and you're mad, and move on. Because what are you talking about?
Because it looked like you pledged Alpha Phi Alpha, and they said no. They said, a little black. No, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, but it's up. Maybe
sorry you're not a Q-Dub.
Maybe next year.
William Murphy is. Maybe you can ask him how to do it.
Maybe he could have been a Sigma, but probably couldn't. Or maybe he could have been a Nuke. With a nice little cane, swinging it around and strolling. But he couldn't. He probably had bad knees. You never know. Some of these people can't keep up. But
they say you can't compete where you can't compare.
Oh my Lord. Okay. Now tell me about this Funky Dineva thing and Tamar Braxton, because I don't like the both of them.
I love actually both of them.
Oh my God! Well,
really
it's so sometimes. So tell me what happened.
Well,
Lord.
Funky Dineva. I have been following him for since he started, back, YouTube, Real Housewives of Atlanta reviews, the very, very, very beginning. I don't always agree with everything that he says, but that's
funny though. He is funny.
That is my boo. So here's the situation. From what I understand it.
Okay.
It was Funky Dineva's birthday weekend.
Okay.
I don't know how
that was her weekend.
Him and Tamar became friends.
Best buds.
Because they beefed for a minute.
Okay.
So I don't know the backstory on how they started getting along, but that's neither here nor there. They were all out at dinner. Mm-hmm. After dinner, them and the group that they were with, they went to the club. He says that he like didn't want to go to the club, but he's like, you know how it is when you're with a group of people and they're like, oh, like come on. So he's like, I went, like whatever.
Right.
They go, they have fun, everything's cool, blah. The next day is when Tamar posts about how she almost died. She woke up, a pool of blood, missing teeth, all this other stuff. Cool.
Which I thought that was crazy, though.
Very crazy. So
I actually wanted pictures.
He reached out to her. Well, that's not when he had reached out to her. What happened was people on the internet, because you know how the internet is, started
Beyonce,
speculating.
Al Gore, and Obama's.
Okay. Started speculating and putting out just like think pieces that he had something to do with whatever happened to her. Like he drugged her, he attacked her, like he did something because they were the last, like she was the last. He was the last person seen with
to
her.
See her.
Not that they were with a group of people, but because they had videos together like on social media from when they was out. So
that's juicy.
He like was seeing everything that was going on. He reached out to people that had been with them that night. He said nobody like was answering his calls. Nobody was responding to texts. He said one person did finally respond and they gave just like a very busy, like, my bad, I was busy, something. But like, y'all, she said, y'all should, whoever it was said, y'all should talk. I don't know what that means, but whatever. He reaches out to Tamar, and he's like, basically like, friend, what's going on? Like, first of all, are you okay? And then he had sent her like a clip of like a article or a video of somebody talking about like what was going on or whatever. So she had responded back to the text and she's like, what is this? Like, I don't even really know what's going on. I haven't said anything. I'm in the hospital. So he's like, all right, so what you going to do when somebody tell you that they in the hospital? You're not going to keep bothering them with this.
Right.
So he said to her, he was like, all right, like you, like, don't worry about it. You get better. I'll weather this. Like, I've been through worse in the media. Like, It's not whatever. We're going to do it. But the thing just kept like snowballing. And Tamar never said anything.
Oh.
Like, she never said anything.
Okay.
But she was on social media posting other stuff, like posting about how she had this big announcement and she had something coming and all this other stuff, but couldn't be bothered to say anything about the incident. He said he had even texted her like, what's going on? Like, I'm confused. Like, so you went to sleep and then you woke up in a pool of blood with missing teeth. And she never responded to that, but then wound up texting him later on about something completely different and something completely separate. So his thing was...
I'm sorry, just one question. Was there footage of her like with the missing teeth and things like that? Because I haven't seen a picture or a video or anything to actually confirm that this actually happened to her.
No, the only thing
anybody
that
else
I
confirm
saw that came out was the dentist that whoever did the fixing of her teeth said that it was a result of her sleepwalking.
Oh, okay.
Like, she had a sleepwalking episode and she fell. So, but the main beef between them was people are saying that I attacked you. People are saying that I did something to you. And you and I are at this point supposed to be friends. And we're both in an industry where our brands and our reputations are like what make us.
Absolutely.
And
especially them two.
You couldn't be bothered to put a post up that said, you know, he didn't do anything to me. But you posted everything else. So that's mainly where the beef came in. And he said that even like her publicist, so he started going in. He from Miami, like Dr. Heavenly, they mouths is crazy.
Yeah.
So he started going in. So her publicist had wound up reaching out to him like, all right, what do we gotta do to like put this to bed. And he was like, she needs to just say that I didn't have anything to do with it. He was like, if she says that, we good. Like, it can be water under the bridge and we can move past it. Nothing. She still hasn't said
to this day
that he ain't had nothing to do with
it. So the people still think that like he...
No, because I think that he's put out enough
like to cover his
and
name.
Everything.
Okay.
But no, she still hasn't said.
How do you feel about that whole situation?
I think that's crazy. I personally would never let my friend be dragged for something that they
absolutely the hell not
do, especially concerning me. So I think that that's crazy on her part, and I think that she, instead of just and Tamar, I'm a fan of her, but she's good for this. Instead of just saying like, you know what, I was wild, like
right.
She'll come up with every excuse and everything else, and now she's a victim, and it's always tell me what I did wrong.
I think she always plays a victim. It is so tiring at like, this point.
What did I do wrong? Tell me what I did wrong, girl. You know what you did wrong.
I feel like she always knows what she does wrong.
You didn't say
but she
nothing.
will never take account. And we talked about this the last time. She doesn't know how to take accountability, and it pisses me off every time that it's like, you want everybody to be in your corner. Like, you want everybody to be Team Tamar. You want everybody to be Team Tay-Tay. But, like, you still act like you did when you were 17, 18 years old when L.A. Reid was trying to sign you and the girls. And they only took Tony. And I think she always goes back to that. It's just like, I feel like she has so many triggers and trauma that she brings it up in every single situation. And sometimes just like, Tamar, we never actually had to go there. Like, we never had to, but you love to take it there.
She does.
And so, and so now that with this whole thing, and if it's one thing about Funky Dineva, even though I'm really not a fan of him, he may tell a joke.
He don't be lying.
He really does not lie. And I love how he even when he was on the Soul show with Claudia and the other guy, like, I always waited for him, even though I'm really not a fan, but I used to always wait for what he had to say, because I already knew it was going to be truthful. It was going to be a little shady, and it was going to be a little funny, but he was going to get his point across. Do you think they will ever come back from this, from being friends?
No, because I don't think that Tamar thinks that she did anything wrong.
Typical Tamar, as Tony Braxton would say.
He said that she had texted him like I still love you and we gonna make up, but like.
Yeah, so could you put out the message?
Yeah, like you
saying that like I did nothing to you.
You still haven't said that.
Right,
like,
right.
You're still letting it ride. And then what added insult to injury was that trailer for whatever that thing that she got going on with DC's, that video.
Never seen
wasn't supposed to drop this early. So it also looks like you...
But was she hanging with him? This sounds so messy on, please.
It's something. It's like a video of
because I could have sworn they said that they were there like that night.
Thing,
I thought
like it's something. It's something that's supposed to be dropping.
Okay,
something that's supposed to be coming out. That's now no longer coming out.
Hope
she
she's not
scrapped
rapping,
it.
Though.
No.
Okay,
she scrapped it. But it just looks like you used him as collateral damage because this thing happened to you. It created all this buzz, and so you're like, I'm gonna use the buzz and I'm gonna push up what.
Oh no, we're not going to do that. No.
So yeah,
sounds like cloud chasing, as Tamar usually do. How did you feel about? Because thank God you told me this, because I was very shocked at. I literally thought that those comments towards Roland Ray, with what Funky said, I was just like, sir, you're going to hell, because I know you didn't say what you just said. No, I was like, not you saying what, because when he said was just like, oh, somebody said he did. Well, we ain't paying for that funeral. I was just like, you did not have to say that, but you said that it's something funny that he says, what he's been saying for some time. So
it's a thing that he's been doing for like ever. And it's like when people pass, it's like what we bring into the funeral. How much money do we got in the bank? Blah blah blah. So when he started off, he was just like, you know, they're saying that like he passed. Somebody confirm if that's true or not. And then he went on to say like, okay, well, I didn't like him. He didn't like me. And he not getting none of the funeral money. I'm not gonna lie.
You laugh. When I say I was at my bed and I rolled over and found the remote and turned the TV off so that I could replay it back and put the whole volume up. I was like, I know he didn't say what I just think he said. And so when you explained to me that, it was like it was a funny thing. I was like, okay, I guess that's a little better. I do want to talk about how Target took a $12.4 billion cut so far this year. I'm sorry, ever since the boycott has started. You said what?
I have notes on
You have no. Oh, please tell me what's up. Tell me what's up.
So
no, because quarter one and quarter two, they're like a lot has happened with them, and then now they're saying that going into like the next quarter that they took so much of a hit that now they're adjusting to the hit now. So the hit won't be as bad as it was in the previous quarters. But tell me your notes. You know we love notes. Yes. What's up?
So Target and their CEO who's stepping down in February, by the way.
Yes. Even though he's not, I need y'all to understand this. It's okay. I'll explain it afterwards.
I'm just saying.
But even though he's stepping down, he's getting another position at the company,
Target.
A higher position.
Oh, I hate that for them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, learning. No, because like some people, and I definitely let you continue, because some people really think that like, oh, he's stepping down, he's stepping away from the company. He is not stepping away. They are just giving him a higher position. That's really what they're giving him. But everybody's so excited. They're just like, oh, hoorah, hoorah, or hooray, 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 that like he's being stepped down. It's like, no, he's just given a better position. That's all. That's it. White people come from white people. Praise the Lord.
So, in 2020, after George Floyd was murdered, Target and mainly the CEO, they decided that they wanted to up the things. So the commitment was to commitment Black employee representation by like 20%.
Yes.
They were committing to spending over $2 billion on Black-owned businesses. Mm-hmm. They created a program called Forward Founders, which was for early-stage startups that were led by Black entrepreneurs to help them develop, test, and scale their products so that they could be on the Target shelves. And prior to George Floyd's murder, Target had over 50 Black-owned and Black-founded brands on its shelves, both in-store and online, and then they increased that after that. Mm-hmm. And because of all of this, they saw a 12.7% growth in sales, and their market value jumped up to $129 billion.
Wow.
So you saw all of that growth behind the Black dollar. And you let Wig in the office talk y'all into scaling back, and now your market value has dropped 65%. You saw the proof. Like, I have no sympathy for you. No. You saw what the Black dollar was doing for your company. And so what did you think that we weren't going to care? Right. Did you think that that it wasn't going to matter to us? I'm just confused.
Right.
And so for me, even still, you're taking all of this hit. You have lost all of this profit.
And you're still standing 10 toes down on it.
Market value. And you ain't reinstated nothing.
No.
So do you really care?
No, they don't care. It is a white corporation. They don't care about us.
Okay, so then we will continue to not shop there.
I promise you I haven't.
And it saddens me. I miss going to Target. I'm not going to lie.
Nellis, you know how much I love Target.
I miss going to Target.
Love Target.
Going in there.
It's something about having some Starbucks with my card.
Yes.
Literally
with my cup holder and my card.
A spending limit of $50 and I come out with $500. I used to love doing that. Literally love it. Without one regret.
Go in there and say, you know what, we just need some washcloths, and come out with everything.
And come out with the microwave I didn't need. Didn't even need it. Don't even need to nuke anything.
Okay,
literally.
now I got 3 air fryers because I feel like the scent in Target told me I needed one. Like, I missed it. But
I miss
I'm
it too, yeah. But I'm actually not going back at all. I'm really, really not. I'm really not. And yeah, Target, you know, as Peterson would say, sorrows, prayers. Now, I do want to jump down to just recently we found out about Charlie Kirk, about his passing and him, getting shot in Utah. And there are a lot of people, and, a lot of people are saying that, we should never celebrate somebody's death. Of course, the way that it happened, because, a lot of black people, which, to be very honest, Charlie Kirk did not like black people at all, because he talked about us in very negative ways. But how did you feel about how it went down for, like, how it happened?
I didn't feel any way about it.
Me too.
I think there's a difference between celebrating somebody's death and not mourning them.
Mm-hmm. I seen a video today and it really touched my spirit. I'm not going to mourn anybody who didn't celebrate me. Like, I'm just not going to do it. If you talk bad about me, I'm like, for me, I can't put a RIP in front of his name. I can't. Like, I really don't. I hope he's doing well wherever he's at. But like, I genuinely hope that he's really doing well. But like, when that happened, now I do feel bad for his wife and his kids. I do feel bad for them because of the way that it happened. But I find it funny, and then I'll move on from this. He said that black women who are in their mid-30s are past their prime. And it is so crazy that he died at the age of 31. Praise the Lord. So for next on the docket, as we would say, Charlie, I gave you some time. All right. The school shooting, I thought that was very crazy. That happened in Colorado. 2 students were injured. The guy's name was Desmond Holly at the Evergreen High School, and he injured 2 kids, and then he turned the gun on himself and killed himself. How do you feel about the media really not talking about that as much as they're trying to put on Charlie Kirk? Because they're not even really talking about even September 11th. Like, they're not even talking about that in any type of way. How do you feel about the media really pushing Charlie Kirk instead of pushing the children that's a lot more important than him?
I'm not surprised.
Mm.
And Charlie Kirk wouldn't have talked about a school shooting either.
Mm.
He would have probably said that it was necessary
to
maintain freedom, like gun freedom, and the Second Amendment right.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that they're not talking about it.
I mean, it's crazy that you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You literally were talking about stop. You literally were talking about how we should keep the guns, and like, you die by a gun. And to be honest, whoever shot that thing, man, that person's good. Like, that person has a top tier aim. Okay, I mean, that person is just like really good. And also, I feel like I didn't even hear the bullet.
Not you didn't hear it.
No, because like I've seen all different angles and things like that, and like, you really don't hear the bullet. All you just see is the hit. Because usually when you hear like a regular gunshot, like, you can hear the boom. Nobody heard that because all we seen was just the blood coming out, and everybody was just started screaming.
It's giving B613.
Oh my God. That was just really.
Sorry, I'm rewatching.
Okay, that was just really crazy. But even talking about September 11th, definitely our hearts go out to everybody that was affected by the school shooting in Colorado. Our hearts definitely go out to all the victims from 9/11, because I know that was a crazy time. I was 11 years old. How were you? How old are you? 10?
Yeah,
you 10. What do you remember from 9/11?
Like the day?
Yeah, the day of what happened. Because I remember like it was yesterday. I have like a little funny story, but nothing to keep it lighthearted,
So 2001.
2001, yeah.
So 6th grade, We was in 6th grade.
Oh, you at GAM?
We had just started. At that time, 5th and I don't know what they doing now, but at that time, 5th and 6th grade had lunch at 10:30 in the morning, child. We had third period
Not
lunch.
breakfast.
We did. So we were at lunch. Everybody's just kind of sitting in the lunchroom. We minding our business.
Yeah.
And one of the like aides comes and announced that like to stay in the lunchroom for a little bit, but we were getting out early. So whole lunchroom is like, yeah, and she was like, and so she like aired us out. She was like, no, don't cheer because it's not for a good reason. So we was just like, okay. Because like we're
literally 10 and 11. Like, please.
But also like we had been at school since 8 something, so we don't know what's going on. So when we got back into our classroom, our teacher, shout out to Miss Hotzel,
I love her. Oh my God.
She had the TV in the class on, and so they was talking about everything, and so it was like kind of crazy to see.
I didn't find out until I got home.
I remember, we found out in school. It was crazy to see. We was getting out early. Remember my aunt came to get me. Traffic was like trafficking.
Ridiculous.
Everybody was leaving. Yeah. Everybody was trying to get home.
Yeah.
I remember my mom came home early. Like my dad came home, and that was all that was on TV. I remember kids really don't care.
No.
And I feel so bad like now, but I remember being irritated that like I couldn't watch my shows.
Yeah.
Because on literally every channel, like
that's all that was playing. That was all that was playing.
That's all that was on the TV.
Playing.
So I'm just like, the God says that Moesha's supposed to be on, but this is the news. And like, what are we doing?
Because I'm really trying to understand what's happening.
Yeah, so that's what I just remember it being like a crazy time. Yeah. And like kind of heightened and scary. Like people not knowing, was it going to be another attack?
Yeah.
People like not really wanting to take public transportation. I remember all the emergency stuff that they had us doing in school, like the shelter in place and the lockdowns and all of that. Then like the war started, and it was like every night.
It was a lot going on.
27 planes was going over, and it was just
it was
like,
a lot going on.
You feel like, are we about to be like the kids in the history books?
No, seriously.
Like World War I and World War II?
I thought it was crazy because, I was a fat kid, praise the Lord. And we were and we were at lunch too.
Yeah.
Big time packed the lunch. During this time, my parents, they literally just got divorced, like literally. So we went to Wagner. We were at Wagner Middle School. I was in 6th grade. Before I moved to West Philly, before I went to Sayre. And we were at lunch, I'm eating and things like that. My spork, my spork and my food and everything. And, that's my favorite time of the day because, like, I was always bullied as a kid, so like that was the one time I actually had peace, was like in the actual lunchroom. I could sit by myself and like, I had friends, things like that, but like that's where everybody was in their respective groups and things like that. So that was the one time I actually enjoyed lunch. What? Everybody in their respective groups?
Not that. But what? Usually, like when you think and you hear about people get bullied, like
it's usually at lunch.
That's what I'm saying. So like, wild.
So at that time, people loved lunch because when we got to middle school, we really didn't have recess. Like, we really didn't. So, like, you had your 30 minutes, and, like, usually the people that would bully me, they were already outside, like, already playing basketball, things like that. I was just fat. I just wanted to eat. That's really all I wanted to do. So the lady came into the lunchroom. Lunchroom, and she was just like, hey, everybody pack up your things. We're ending the school day. So I'm just like, well, look, all right now, this is my type of carrying on, So I'm like, praise the Lord, we can go home. I ain't got to worry about anything. They didn't show us anything in school. And we found out when we went back to school, the reason why they didn't show us anything, because they didn't want us to panic. And they didn't want us to, see what's going on. They wanted us to go home first and get to your family and things like that, and then let the family show you what's going on. Because when I got home, Big Time hugged all of us. He's like, well, I'm glad you guys are okay. Well, I was just like, hello, bud. How are you? What's your problem? Like, what's happening? Until he turned to the TV, and I was just like, oh, my God. And then when they said at one point that Philly was next, and I was just like, what's going on? We ain't doing I ain't got nothing to do with this, okay? We in Philly minding our goddamn business. But I even have footage like on my phone of like the buildings going down, even with the planes going into it, like, and people were taping it like across the street because they were really close to the building. And like one video really like tripped me out. There were two videos that tripped me out where like one guy said that he was supposed to go into work and he worked on like the 100th floor or something like that, but he called off because he had to do something. And when he was talking to his friends over the phone, the first plane went through. And he was just like, I'm supposed to be at work right now. Like literally supposed to be at work. The other ones that really kill me are the people that are on the plane and they're like calling their loved ones and they're saying like, hey, we're not going to make it. The plane is hijacked. Just want to let you know I love you. And it's going to be like probably the last message that we have. That stuff usually like really breaks me down, because 9/11 was just such a crazy day. And the fact that we're not talking about that today with 9/11 being today, which I know this video is going to come out later, but it being 9/11 today, and they're not talking about that. Like the forefront is Charlie Kirk, and I'm trying to understand why. And I understand he's a public figure, but like I feel like there's a lot more other topics that's a lot more important than him, like literally. But I definitely wanted for us to talk about I'm so sorry. I definitely want to talk about our segment, Why I'm Not in the Mood. Why are you not in the mood today? What's going on? What happened? Why are you not in the mood today? Tell me what's going on. What's going on? And then we can get into our serious conversation.
Well, why I'm not in the mood might lead into a serious conversation.
Okay.
So walk with me, follow me.
Oh.
So we have our precious group chat, me, you, and Cordell.
Yes.
Hi, Cord.
Hi, Cordell.
And
Shorty Cordy.
Remember, it was child. My frame of reference for time is scattered. So
okay.
it was some time ago.
Okay.
It wasn't
was there.
today.
It
wasn't today. But I asked y'all because you both recently turned 35.
Yeah.
And then I'm coming up in a few months.
Yeah.
And I asked y'all, like, leading up to that point, like, did y'all feel different?
Yeah.
And y'all both said absolutely. And like I'm just like, I feel like a crazy person. Because I feel like I'm changing, which is good. And I'm excited. Please don't irk me.
Okay.
And I'm excited for the change, but the conflict comes in that I don't know the person that I'm becoming. And so because I ain't there yet. So it's just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I don't really, so I feel kind of out of whack in that sense. And I just doing more of a deeper dive and getting into it, I feel like I'm being led to do something different than what I'm doing. And is
that good or bad?
It's good, but it's irritating.
Okay. Why is it irritating?
Because I feel like I'm being led to do something that is not HR, and that's irritating to me because and y'all, this is how I talk to God when I talk to him. You couldn't lead me here.
Okay.
Before I spent 2 years doing the master's.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, seriously.
Because we could have got here in a different way. You could have told me to take a left, but I took the right because that's what you told me to do, and that's why you're not in the mood today.
That is. It's just that, like, I feel like I'm constantly like being shown like you're not supposed to be doing this, and that is why you no longer feel fulfilled doing it. But like,
that's so good. I mean, to be honest, why I'm not in the mood is that, I mean, I still have to pay this rent still. Like, I'm really just still mad at that.
I really want to know who created bills.
Like I really still have to keep waking up and going to a job, work my behind off, which I really don't want to do ever. Especially with people calling out, people not showing up and things like that. And like, I have to constantly do this each and every day to pay a bill. You know what also pisses me off? When I pay a bill and then they say your next month is available, you have to go to hell.
I hate those
I literally
messages.
just paid this bill.
I hate those.
And then all of a sudden you just like, hey, your next bill is available. Go to hell.
AT&T.
T-Mobile is always famous for that one.
Bill due on the 15th.
Pico too.
And on the 17th, they're like, your next month's bill. How?
Can you give me a second? No, really, I'm trying to breathe. Let me breathe, please. Oh my God. No, but that's really why I'm not in the mood. It's because like this life is just like, and it's every day.
Literally.
Like it's really not just like, thank God for vacations, but even when you come off vacation, you literally have to go right back to being an adult. And that is just really crazy.
You really feel ill-prepared for adulthood. I really do.
And I really feel like I'm really trying my best. I really am. And I know I get a lot of things wrong. I just know I do. Like, I'm really putting my best foot forward, which is my right one. Like, literally putting it forward.
No,
and I'm just like, why is this still not working for me? Like,
No,
I'm really trying my gosh darn best, like literally. And it feel like my best just ain't enough. Like, it's and I just have to keep doing this. I definitely want to get to our serious conversation. And I knew that when I was thinking about topics for this next one, because I was thinking about all the things that you were really going through. Because, in the past like 2 months, you have really gone through a lot.
Yeah. I didn't bring tissue, so don't irk me.
Okay.
I just want to put that out there.
But and even while and another thing too is that even though people see me still putting out stuff and like still putting out content and things like that, doesn't mean that I'm not dying inside like myself. Literally smiling for y'all like, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? And I just cried 15 minutes ago. Literally. So the topic that we're going to talk about is the capacity of always showing up. And that is the capacity of showing up mentally, the capacity of showing up physically, showing up emotionally. Like, for some people, what does look like showing up mentally ill-prepared for, something that you're going to go into? Or I do have this one question. How does it feel showing up mentally at a 0, knowing that you have to really be at a 10? How does that feel for you? Like even when you said like, yeah, like for you personally, like even when you said that when the passing of Tyson's dad, things like that, you even said that at one point that it's just like I'm showing up with like nothing, but like I'm trying, like I really am trying. How does that feel for you? Oh no,
I am not in the mood.
Oh no.
Okay. No, because it's a lot of emotions. It's a lot of anxiety. It's a lot of guilt because you feel like I feel guilty because I feel like I want to show up more, but I literally cannot. Like I don't have much as it is. And so what I do have, I'm given. But I can see that it's not much, or at the very least, it's not what it's been in the past. But like, I don't got it. Like I genuinely do not have it to give. And so that's hard because you feel like you're failing people that you're supposed to, like, I'm supposed to be your support. Like, I'm your wife. I'm supposed to be your support. Right. I'm your mom. And like, I can't. And you feel like I be feeling guilty. But like, I genuinely don't have it. If I could pull it from somewhere, I would, but I pulled everything that I have from like every place in me. And then I feel even more like depleted because everything that I have, I gave out. So I don't even have anything else left for me. So I just be like, yeah, just moseying through life. Yeah. So like when you talked about being on autopilot, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Because you just kind of just going through the motions. It's like like your body is in the routine of responsibility. So you just do what you know that you have to do. And sometimes you do it without even thinking it. Like, I don't even think about, like, you just get up and go to work because you're like conditioned to do that. But there's nothing behind that. So it's crazy. Like,
I want to hug you. Hold on.
Don't hug me on this camera.
No, I'm gonna hug you. I love you.
I love you too.
And you're doing awesome.
You know, I'm trying.
You're doing awesome. I think you're doing a fantastic job at even. I'm not going to cry. Even trying to show up for people just in general, like, and I feel that too. That it's just like you're really trying your gosh darn hardest.
I really am.
Like trying your hardest to really say, like, dang, like I am here for y'all, but at the same time, I'm actually really not. Like, but I'm here for you. But like I'm really in a different mental space, and I'm really trying to hold together. And the thread isn't threading anymore.
It's really not.
It's really not threading
it is
anymore.
Really not.
And you know that's also a very scary thing. No, it just really don't. Like the tape has balled up and went away. The matter of fact, the tape threw itself out.
No,
okay, and even sometimes when like I try to show up for like family members, when like, you know, even when like it's a phone call or like not even family, but just in general, where somebody calls and they're trying to tell me everything they're going through, and I'm just like, I don't even have the mental capacity to kind of listen to you. And that's really no shade or anything like that. But like if like you were to call, or like Cordell, I'm not trying to single out any of my friends, but like my immediate friends, like you know who you are when I talk to you or text you and things like that. But like if you guys call me about something like that, listen, I'm here for you. Listen, you already know. But there are some people I'm just like, I really just don't have it. And I truly understand that, like, you want me to be here for you right now. But you also got to realize, like, you have to watch how much you put on somebody. You also have to ask people, like, is this a good time for me to kind of pour onto you what I'm kind of going through? Because, like, you really have to really ask people. Like, I even asked, like, I think I've asked you one time when we were together, I was like, do you think you had a mental capacity for me to tell you like what's going on? You were just like, I'm gonna give you what I got. Listen, I may not got that much, but we gonna listen and we gonna, you know, find out what's going on and what's happening.
Yeah. That's good. Like people really will just kind of dump on you. And I think that there's this expectation when you're in relationship with somebody, whatever the relationship is, family, romantic, friend, like that you're supposed to be that support.
Yeah.
And I get that, but like life is kind of life for everybody. I don't know too many people that's not carrying a lot. And so sometimes people just like they can't show up for you because they can't even show up for themselves. But a lot of people don't want to give that grace. It's just like you rather write somebody off because
that's another thing too.
They weren't there for you, but like
that they get mad that it's just like, oh, so you're not showing up for me, so you're not my friend. I really genuinely don't have it. And I really want you to understand that, like, I'm not trying to push you off. I'm not trying to say like, oh, your feelings don't matter. What you're going through doesn't matter. It's just that right now, I really don't have that for you. And I want you to understand that for me and for our friendship, relationship, for your marriage, for just anything, family members and things like that, that it's just like, when I don't show up for you that one time, don't be mad because like I just wasn't mentally there. We could probably pick this up tomorrow. We could probably pick this up next week, or we could probably pencil it into a calendar where we can meet up for lunch or dinner to make each other feel better. But just because I didn't show up for you in that moment, don't neglect the type of person that I am and the things that I did for you before, because I've shown up for you a lot of times. I've shown up for you at times that I still didn't have it. When I wasn't even at 0, I was at negative 100, but I still showed up with a smile on my face. I still showed up for you.
Yeah.
So, like, please understand, there are times that I really just genuinely do not have it. And there are times that I really can't even physically show up. And people get mad about that, too, where it's just like, I can't come to everything. I can't be at everything. I wish that I could. Like, I really wish that I could. But, like, sometimes physically, I don't have it. Yeah. Sometimes mentally, I don't have it. Even sometimes spiritually, I don't have it. And some people don't understand that too. Where like, you know, I want to be there for you, but please be understanding that like we all are going through shit and we all are experiencing a lot of stuff. And I thought that was such a great conversation because like, I think people need to understand that a lot more. That it's like, sometimes we're really not there, y'all. And I'm pretty sure people watching, like they can understand too, that it's just like, sometimes I ain't got it, but at least I am here for you. At least I am standing in the number. At least I'm one of the people that's holding your hand. Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was just like really good. When you think about making sure that you show up for people, what does that look like to you? Like showing up for somebody?
It looks different every day. But it also depends on how that person kind of wants you to show up. Sometimes showing up is, I don't want to say absence, but I'll use Nicole as an example.
Hey Nicole.
That's my best friend. That's really my man's pots and pans, $100 grand. But even still, there is a certain part of her that won't kind of allow herself to break down the way that she needs to break down when I'm around.
Oh, okay.
It might be that like she just doesn't want me to see that hurt. And that's fine and that's fair. So, but I can kind of recognize when she's there. And so in those moments when I recognize it, I give her that space. So I'll leave her alone, like wherever that is, whether she want to be on the porch, be in the backyard, be downstairs, and I'll go somewhere else, you know, and check on her and stuff. But I'll let her have that time to handle her feelings, so that she can process and feel what she needs to feel without having to worry about if she, you know, feeling like she has to put on a fake face because like other people are around. Right. There are times when that's not the case, and so I'm there and I'm in the present, and I sit with her. Or just like in general, like it just is different. There are times when like my sister will call me to vent and I just listen. And that's what my way of like showing up for her, like just listen, let her get it out. So it sometimes all I have is the capacity to listen. Yep. Okay. Like I can't.
Let me grab a cup of water. Okay.
I can't give you no advice. Right. I can't. I can hear you out though. Right. Like my ears work, so I can hear you out.
They're always available. I will incline my ear. I definitely will.
So it looks different.
Yeah. I feel like it looks different for me every day too. This is such a great conversation, and I believe that a lot more people should have this conversation because you should always know how somebody feels and how they can be there for you, how they can show up for you. And sometimes, you know, I'm not at 100, but for the right person, I'm gonna show up with 100. And even for the right person, I can still show up with 0%. But I came. I sold, I conquered, you know. No, but I love our deep, listen, you know, I always love our deep conversations. We're like Degrassi, okay? We take it there. So before we go, I definitely want to talk about, SEPTA. Now, did you think that was crazy? And then we'll get out of here. Did you think that was crazy when, first of all, shout out to the Eagles. I mean, EOGL is Eagle, whatever you say. Little fly, Eagles, fly. How did you feel when FanDuel stepped in and was just like, okay, we're going to bring up the money for the first game for the Eagles, but after that, we're going to take it right on away. How did you feel about them doing that? Because, you know, SEPTA still hasn't, did it come to an agreement? I don't think they have.
They did. I feel like I just read earlier today that
But their budget is still cutting. The price is still going up.
The price is going up, but they're reinstating like whatever they cut.
Okay.
Sometime this month. I read the date, but I forget. It might have been the 14th.
So everything's going to be running the way that it was before? Okay, good. Because I thought that was crazy that FanDuel just came out of nowhere. Just like, yeah, we'll drop the money for you guys to have the trains and stuff for the Eagles game, but like, that's really it. And I was just like, okay. But I understand, like, it's also like the business side of it because we want people in those seats. So like, we're going to make sure that the people are there. But I just thought that was crazy. Well, what were your thoughts on that?
To be honest, I thought it was kind of cool that they did that.
You did?
Because they didn't have to.
They definitely did.
First of all, let's be real. The people was going to make their way to the game regardless.
Even if they had to walk 40 days and 40 nights, they were going to be there.
And I saw the statement that the Eagles team or the stadium or whoever put it out, like about how the parking lot was opening up at 1:30. But also make sure you in your seats by 7:45. Well, first of all, what time did the game start? It's given that the game starts at 8. But you opening your parking lot. But
they always tailgate
still,
there.
like,
yeah.
They was opening up because they knew that like the people were going to come. They knew the people that was going to come, and like people was going to make their way,
right?
Regardless. So I feel like FanDuel just made it a little easier for y'all to make your way, and they are a sponsor of the Eagles.
Yeah.
So,
that is true. So now that you're saying that, I do probably look at it a little differently because I was just like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, why is it only for this one, what was it, Thursday or something? Because I think the first game was on a Thursday.
I also read that Uber had put up, they offered to give like 40,000 and something, but the Eagles turned it down because they wanted whatever was given to come from somebody that was already a team sponsor.
Oh, well. I still would have took the 40,000. Praise the Lord.
That's what I'm saying.
That's going to pay a bill. Okay. So down payment for a house. I would have definitely took that. But yes, thank you guys so much for coming to this episode. Matter of fact, let's tell the people where we can find the episode. Peter, if you could let them know where they can find us. My God.
You can find it on YouTube.
Yes. A tube for you.
I'm scared. Child, it's been a minute since I posted. I'm not in the mood.
Yes, I'm not in the mood. Podcast _24, if I'm not mistaken.
Jade from I'm Not in the Mood podcast.
Yes.
Child,
yes, for YouTube.
On YouTube, it's been a minute.
And then you can find us on Instagram, of course. I'm Not in the Mood podcast _24. Your Instagram,
Pooh _1991.
Yes, and I am Theo, Mr. Please Don't Irk Me. Please don't irk me on all my platforms. I really love this episode. I really think this episode is really going to do really great. I feel like we were funny, entertaining. We talked about the news, had our hot topics, got real deep, and then circle right back to bring you guys back to being happy again.
I'm quite irritated that she just made me cry. On camera, I'm beyond irritated.
We both cried. Mine just didn't come down. I did.
Please reserve a seat.
Lip was quivering. Okay.
Please reserve a seat.
Everything. My God. No, but this was really good, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys will watch it. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. My God. Make sure you share. And then make sure you hit the bell so you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. We love y'all dearly. Okay? And until next time, you guys. All right. Love y'all. All right, bye.